Awesome. And welcome, guys. Thank you for joining us first and foremost on a Friday at 5 o'clock. We know who's not a happy hour, y'all. So you know what that says to me? Y'all are serious about your business, not getting drunk. Okay. Woo-woo. All right. We are all excited about our businesses and progression because CEC, Community Engagement Committee, is all about progression. Just to give you a backstory, for those of you that don't know or you're catching the replay, my name is Nicole Ward. I am the founder and president of African American Women Trucking Association, aka Martin Luther King in trucking, logistics, and supply chain. Because baby, I had a dream. And everybody laughed at me. And some of y'all still laughing. I keep laughing to the back. But when I tell you I had a dream and a vision that we can come together as a community and break the stereotypes of what women and men within the community can do with one another and for one another. And so with that vision, it's been able to come to light with individuals that care about our community just like you. This started exactly 4 years ago. When I tell you, if this was birthing a human, we are just getting to the stage where we can enunciate our words. So that didn't happen with us. Within 5 months of our existence, we end up on the FMCSA Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration Board. When I tell you, it was the biggest, scariest moment of AAWTA's life. Why? Because they chose 16 trucking associations to represent us nationally. That is big, okay? Federally recognized, okay? So we wanted the 16 to represent minority women in this space. Now, again, we said we were 5 months. If we were birthing a human, that means we couldn't even walk. So again, I'm coming in with fresh ideas with those individuals that have been in this space 10, 15, 20 plus years and have already created their claim to fame. And I came in with a vision. All right. So did I know how it was going to happen? Absolutely not. And every single day we still wake up and say, how are we going to do this today? All right. What are we doing today, brain? Speaking the brain on a daily basis. And that's okay. All right. And I say that's okay because AAWTA is written in pencil. Why is it written in pencil? Because there has to be room to grow. And there has to be room to grow with you. There has to be room to grow with what's after us and the future. And so with us being 4 years old, this is such an amazing pivotal time for our community because we are all about relaunching. We're all about creating and rebranding and seeing what's needed. How are we ineffective and how are we effective? All right, in the industry. And I am the first person to never claim to be Jesus. Oh, please never look at me as that. So I'm very imperfect. All right. So what keeps me on track is our advisory board, number one. Shout out to Miss Imani Witcher. And our community engagement committee. That's a CEC. Those are very important people that keeps us with a check and balance system. All right. Everything isn't about what Nicole thinks. I promise you it's not. It cannot be because in 100 years, I won't be here, even though I would love to be. Well, probably not decrepit at 100 years. Then I'll be 128 because I'm 28 years old right now. So anyways, who's laughing? But anyways, with that being said, those are the things that are important to create foundational framework for any foundation. In addition to that, one of the things that we thrive off of is one team, one dream. You'll hear me say it 100 times. What does that actually mean? It means it's not just about me. It means it's not just about you. It means it's about us. This is a platform for us. If you're in this room, I'm going to be 100% honest with you. I hope you have a business. I hope you're in the forefront. I hope you're a leader. If you're not and you're still on this call, that's wonderful. We're here to support that. But I can tell you, we're looking at those who have a business. We're looking at those who are leaders in the community. We're looking at those that are looking to come out and step out in the forefront and create action in their community as a group. Why is that important? Here's what I love to say. I have an important example. I love to say, if you go out right now in the middle of your street and say, oh, I love trucking, go yell it 10 times. They are going to call the police. They're going to say there's a mad lady outside yelling something about trucking. She's lost her mind. Please go lock her up. But let me tell you something, ladies and gents. If all of us collectively go out there right now and we go yell how much we love trucking, by the second time, cell phones come out. By the third time, you're going to see some random person who don't even drive no truck talking about, I love trucking, because people don't like to feel left out. And number two, there's strength in numbers. So that means there's something going on and I need to be a part of it. And so that's what AAWTA is. That's what you're here for. And that's what we're here to talk about at the Community Engagement Committee, and how you can bring your business, your efforts, okay, your livelihood, and present it and share it with the community of individuals that are looking to progress in this industry. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and present my presentation here. That was my introduction. We'll go ahead and we'll share introductions with each other at the end. If you have not done so, you just joined, please put your information in the chat. If you're a member, go ahead and let us know. Shout out to our OGs. I see some of you guys representing AAWTA right now on the shirt. Hey, and we're always keeping it branded, baby. You see us in the background and we're getting better and stronger. So again, if you're here, whether you're a guest or you're an OG member, please make sure you drop your information in the chat. And you should be walking away with information from one another, not just from me. This is about networking. One team, one dream, but this is how we grow. We collaborate. All right. All right, so I talked a little bit about AAWTA, our background. We are a national nonprofit. What does that mean? We are a 501c3. So we're just not in Decatur, Georgia, y'all. Decatur, where it's greater, Atlanta. We are actually nationwide. We are nationally recognized, federally recognized, as you heard with my introduction. And we also sit on the advisory board for DeKalb County's Manufacturing Advisory Board. All right, Advanced Manufacturing Advisory Board. They have been renamed, and I am a proud member and proud to serve on that advisory board as well. All right. So those are the things that we do to ensure that we're a part of the community and our voices are heard, right? And our initiatives are seen. We provide equity and access. All right. That is our ultimate initiative. When we started, it was to ensure that African-American women were in a place of leadership and enhancement in trucking, logistics, and supply chain. We have increased our vision, all right, to ensure that it encompasses workforce development, education, mentorship, and community, where you guys come in. All right, so I talked about what CEC stood for, our Community Engagement Committee, all right, but here's our mission, all right, to make sure that we're able to provide outreach, to be an outreach engine. An engine is that component that is able to move whatever it is that it has, whether it's a plane, a car, a train, right? They all have engines that help them go from one sector to the next, logistics. So we need you to be that engine, all right, to provide us to that logistical step from one place to the next and highlight how important this mission is. It allows us to grow the community awareness, spread exactly what that mission is to new audiences. We don't need you here in Atlanta. We need you exactly where you are. That's how you're able to support the mission and able to spread the awareness and able to bring in new members. All right. That is also going to provide us access to strengthening members, partnerships. All right. Partnerships are important. Those are the ones that make big decisions on anything and everything. All right. Those are sometimes warehouses. Okay. It could be dealerships, anything that can provide a service to our community or a product to our community. That is somebody or a organization we want to partner with, such as yourself, but in this capacity. All right. This is how we're able to promote the program, and using you guys all collectively is as an engine. We're able to work together with that one motto is one team, one dream. How do we work together? How do we enhance? How do we work and share this mission that encompasses you and your business? So there a lot of you guys that haven't served on any committees before, just to know, just to give you some background, when you're serving on a committee, it is something that most of you guys are doing in a selfless capacity. All right. Doesn't mean it doesn't have some benefits, right? Because we're definitely doing this to be selfless. But we want to ensure that we're placed in a position to win and in the limelight where it's going to enhance what we're working on a day-to-day basis, right? That is increasing our visibility in this industry to ensure our success. So as an ambassador, we want to set you up for success. We want to explain to you exactly how you coming into our back end, what we call leadership, those roles that you would be responsible for. All right. So again, we talked a little bit about awareness. This is where you promote the membership, making sure that you understand, getting in the back end weeds, not just saying I'm a member, but what does that actually mean? And what are you doing to show that you're an actual member? Well, how does that walk look for you, right? That's how you're going to promote membership, all right? And also making sure that you are creating not just in-person visibility, but that virtual visibility as well as a community. That cohesiveness is super important. All right, open doors. We are our name is strong. It says a lot, but that's not the only doors that we open. We open the doors for everybody. At this point in time, we're looking at second chance entry, career development. We're looking at those type of enhancements. We have our Driven Together education program. We have different partnerships that are a part of our Driven Together education program that have created and will create even more enhancements. Those are different policies that are important to be able to put together, and we need your support in order to make sure that they're successful. All right. So sharing programs and events, that's us talking about what ideas do you have? Let's take them out of Atlanta. All right, we want to be in Florida. All right, we want to be in Jersey. We want to be, in Alabama. We want to be in in your state. But we, myself and Amani, cannot split ourselves up. I can tell you right now, in my mind, I was able to have 100 me's, and I've been so blessed to get like Amani. All right. And so we've been grateful to be able to duplicate our brains and put it in a format where it is accessible to those that have the capacity and the whereabout and the knowledge and the strength, because this is the thing, right? You're stepping out saying you are representing another entity in alignment with who you are as an individual and your businesses. So all of that is so important, and that's what you have to embody being an ambassador. All right. And I'm sure you guys have some questions. If you can hold them to the end, we're going to get through this here. We have about 4 more slides, and I look forward. So if you have questions, please write them down. We are looking forward to addressing them. All right. So some more responsibilities is to actively promote the membership, as we were talking before. How do you actually do that? All right. So that's going to be important for you to show up and show out, whether that's virtually or in person. Who are you? I'm an ambassador of in this state. All right. So that is actively, you are showing up with the title. You're just not paying for another membership every year. We have a ton of people that pay for memberships just to say, yeah, I'm not a member. What does that mean? Okay. What does that actually mean? And with a position, it should mean even more to you. All right. Share program and initiatives. We talked about that earlier. What does that actually mean? If you have thoughts and ideas in your head, let me tell you how powerful it is to be an ambassador. Okay, we're a 501c3. We're a nonprofit organization, non-government entity, NGO. That means that there's a ton of people that are for-profit that have to write their tax dollars off, which you should be doing as a business with any membership or any monies that you spend with us or any nonprofit. Okay, they have to do that. That helps reduce your taxes. It helps do a lot of things in regards to the type of business you have and the relationship that you have with your tax accountant. So those are some of the things why especially the larger organizations, they don't have a choice. All right. They literally have to do that. Are they going to pay millions of dollars, not thousands, millions of dollars to Uncle Sam? And they don't want to do it. So instead of paying $1 million for a pack up, to the Uncle Sam, they turn around and they say, I need to partner with a nonprofit to show my social responsibility and as well as get some of these write-offs. Okay. All right. And we all should be getting write-offs, right? We should be donating because it is for a good cause, but it does reduce your tax expenses. So those are the things that partners are looking to do, but they want to make sure it aligns with their mission. All right. And so being a part of a bigger community allows them to do so. And so you'll come in contact with those individuals. How does that benefit you? Well, it just depends on where you are in trucking, because we have so many initiatives and you're going to bring us some more. We have an opportunity to partner with people, have events, and they write those things off. So that means they might contribute it. So what are those things? It could be supplies. It can be an event space. It could be food. It can be lodging. It could be what they call any in kind, anything that they give to you to give out, or it could be funding to support that. So if you have an idea, right, and you know an entity in your state that we can collaborate with, now this is an opportunity to say, hey, I'm an ambassador. We would love to partner with you. We are a 501c3. What does your partnership look like? Again, you don't have to go into the nitty gritty. Amani and myself will take the reign. Hey, let me set you up with our director. Let me set you up with the founder. You have a great organization that would be great, a great partnership with us. Those are the things that make you and put you in the line, especially if it's something that you want to do. And you're looking that now you're getting ready to sponsor and highlight an event in your area featuring you. And we're not going to always be there. We love to be at every one of yours, guys. But it's not going to always work out like that because you're one of our leads. All right. So make sure that you're in it and you're in it to win it, so you can build those relationships and stand out with the titles that you have. All right. Attend the meetings. Again, check in. Hey, I just said, hey guys, who's an OG? Who's a guest? Those things mean something. Not just in this capacity, but we do other webinars in other sectors. We just did one with Convoy over the summer where I was on the panel. We do a ton of things in that capacity. We want you guys there, and we want you guys to show out with who you are, what you represent, and what's your business. What's your business, all right? Maintaining professionalism is always great. I love that we're going to be in a lot of live spaces the first half of the year. We work on going to the Mid-America Trucking Show, the Home Delivery, ModeX. I mean, it's literally boom, boom, boom. We're in one state to the next as a unit, and you guys, we meet us there. They know exactly who we are. Why? Because we have increased the representation of women and men and minorities. All right. So we want to support those type of outreaches. We also want to support each other. What do you guys have going on? How could your status be supported by your initiative? All right. Provide referrals and connection. I'm not going to go back because that's the same exact thing as what we were talking about early in first slides. But this is where you're going to get in the rooms, all right, and have the opportunity to connect, and you're able to use that to your benefit. But also make sure people like the big picture. All right. They want to get close. Trust me. So use that as leverage. All right. Benefits of being an ambassador, right? We talked about how great this is, but let's talk about some of the benefits. All right. You are an ambassador of a national association. We have created history, ladies and gentlemen. We have done something that, not to say many have tried and failed. I'm just saying at the level that we are collectively is incredible. The knowledge that we have from leaders, incredible. You couldn't beat. I mean, it's just amazing to see what we have and what we've produced in 4 years and how highly recognized. And when I tell you respected we are, man, it means volume. Sometimes they don't know my name, but they know that's AAWTA. That's all that matters to me. All right. So you gain that recognition at different capacities in the different events that we go to. We always recognize our leaders. If I'm on a panel, I'm there. I'm going to have you recognize yourself, stand up, or identify yourself in a virtual capacity. Lots of networking opportunities. We have rolled out the webinar strong in 2026. Look at our calendar. All right. Our partners want it. They want to provide the education to our communities. That's where you guys get to be a part of those type of visibility opportunities. But we also need you to support them. All right. Whether they're in person or they are virtual. There's networking opportunities. You're going to get out of this position as much as you put in. I tell the same thing goes for the members. True story. Professional development, that is what you'll gain, because I'm going to be honest with you. If you text me right now, I may not respond to you for at least 2 weeks. I'm just being honest. However, become something like this. Become leadership, and all of a sudden, everything becomes more important. I have 2,879 messages, but if Amani texts me, she's going to get a response within 20 minutes, and it's probably sooner unless I'm sleeping. And I sleep in the daytime because I'm a vampire. I work at night. And so when I tell you, that's how you're able to get us. You'll be able to get more in the meetings. You get access to our private Slack. We speak. We have our Monday meetings. We have conversations daily in our. That is the interaction. You get access to the trainings that we do internally for personal development and business development. These are transferable skills, ladies and gents, that you are able to take and make yourself better and your business better. If you're shy and you think, oh, I'm not the best speaker, I'll make you the best speaker. If you are a great speaker and you love to talk like me and my mama, then guess what? You'll get that opportunity too. There's opportunity because we are in pencil. Every day we're growing. Okay. Industry visibility. Ooh, we got some hot tamales on the table, honey. All right. And we're going to talk about that. You're going to get industry visibility, good and bad. Okay. But guess what? If nobody's talking about you, that's just as bad. So I say that to say, man, we are in a position of growth. All right. And so this is where you want to align. You'll get the visibility you need as a unit and as an individual. All right. Real community impact. We are literally doing the work. Like I can't talk about other associations. I know about 5 off the top of the head that are really doing the work. That when I say doing the work, I like to say it like this: we are outside. All right. We got the children here in the summer. We don't get paid for that, ladies and gentlemen. We do not get paid. We are out here doing the work because we believe in the community. We can't, what else are the kids going to do for the summer? Right? You know what they can do? They can gain a transferable skill. They can learn how to become presentable, how to know, ma'am, how to learn how to communicate. The amount of children that didn't know how to use their words, you wouldn't believe it. They're graduating high school or dropping out and they can't read. We are making an impact. So they get to lead with creating a business, doing something never done, presenting their business. They could tell you right now how much a business license costs. These are the things that happen that wouldn't have happened if we didn't put the programs. And I get very teary-eyed. I don't even know if you guys know the passion that's in me when it comes down to those kids and Miss Amani. But it's not just about the kids. It's about so many people that are being left behind. This association is built on focusing on those that are facing barriers, those that are looked at that were less of, right? And so when Black women got into this industry, we were kind of looked at like, really? It was 3% for many years. And we've helped increase those numbers to help African-American women stand out, second chance or reentry stand out, those that are going through facing so many disparities. All right. And so those are the things that we do when I say doing the work. Okay. And I got emotional for 1 second. I have to remember that I'm a gangster. All right. I'm ready. All right. So real community impact is a real thing for me. All right. That's what touches my heart. So I said it again, one team, one dream. All right. Building state leadership teams to drive national impact. Okay. If we're a national company, let's be a national association. And that means we need you to be national, not just in Atlanta. We need you in every single part. The vision is to make sure we are able to reach one, teach one. All right. So one team, one dream. We're looking for state ambassadors in different capacities. All right. So you can focus on education, workforce development, membership and community engagement, strategic partnership, marketing and communication, events and programs, youth development, wellness and advocacy, technology and innovation. Those are the areas that we need you. Okay. So what is your skill? What are you great at? What is your passion? Where would you like to serve? Okay. Where would you like to highlight? All right. And the good news is you get to take over a state all by yourself. Right. And at some point in time, as you know, that will olive tree. So you get to create a foundation. All right. You get to grow and we get to scratch out something that was written in pencil and create it in a different color pencil. All right. That's what we'll do here. And so executive state ambassador, exclusive state, you are, exclusive state ambassador benefits. You are executive in my eyes, because this is executive leadership capacity stuff that we're talking about. Is the additional recognition. Guys, you'll get a copy of this to ensure that you can read it and understand it and digest it. But these things are important. When we were in school, high school, college, and we decided to do things that created accolades. Some of us joined HBCU, went to HBCUs and joined different sororities and fraternities. This is that. This is a professional designate recognition. This is professional recognition to add to your name. You should have on a logo in your signatures. You should let people know you're a state ambassador. This is how it's that important. 100 years from now, this will be Googleable. We're not just going to be talking about the 100 years of the suffering that it took for so many of us to get to this place and so many of us to still continue to build upon. It will be a different pathway for so many of us who've had to work so hard. All right. So you're creating that foundation while you get that professional recognition and complimentary support in your business and different events. All right. So you're able to showcase your business at live events with different booths. All right. And even speaking engagements with, shout out to you guys that recently did the podcast. I think there's like 2 or 3 of you guys that just recently joined the Women Behind the Wheel podcast developed from the CEC. All right. So our director put together something to showcase women behind the wheel already. So those are the things that is, like I said, we're putting in the work and it's providing the education, and we need you guys to support it. And we appreciate you highlighting your skill sets. All right. So you'll be able to benefit you'll be able to benefit from the recognition and making sure that we're supporting you guys in our events with booths. Now, there's quite a bit of you guys. At some point, there'll be 50 of you guys, and we can't have 50 booths. Please be honest. All right. So the good news is to jump in early and make sure you can secure your area, secure your space in these areas. That doesn't mean because you don't have a booth, you can't come or you won't get in free to these events, which we'll look at. We want to make sure that there'll be other things that you can do, roundtables, speaking events. All right. All of that we ask for you to be a part of in order to showcase who you guys are as ambassadors, but also to support the vision. We need you guys as volunteers in the background, but not just in the background, in the forefront, stepping out as ambassadors, but people seeing you in the community, how active and the things that we do to make sure we're successful at these events, especially when they're live. All right. So make sure that you're staying engaged. That helps build momentum. Again, the more people see you, you don't even have to, I'm not saying I'm encouraging this, right? Show up virtually. Put your logo on. We're recording, right? Replay. You don't know who's going to see it, guys. Now, don't forget. So it's important. Build momentum. You say you're a leader. You want to step out in the forefront with AAWTA. This is your way to make sure you show up and show out. And it's your bragging rights. Oh, yeah. Would you just do that? You listen, you got to be on those webinars. We just had so-and-so partner. I know so-and-so. I mean, we got Blue Tiger coming up, and it's the vice president of Blue Tiger that is going to do the webinar for us next month. Yeah, I know the vice president of Blue Tiger. You have it. Listen, their headsets are pretty much in all the truck stops. This is your opportunity for these people to know your name. This is important. These are the things, the visibility is important. We're putting you in there. So take advantage, stay visible, share the word. All right, help build momentum. All right, so I talked about the signature events that you guys would have access to, 3 per event. Again, there are other opportunities for you guys to be involved, but the goal is for people to see you. All right, and so we're closing out the year with Building the Future Forward Trucking Logistics Supply Chain Summit. Ooh, baby, this is going to blow the industry up. It officially announces on the 15th. Right now, it's in tier 1, getting ready to go in. Phase 1. Getting ready to go into phase 2. So that means it's been personal invitations for sponsorship that have gone out to some of our very large partners and sponsors of prior events. And so they get the firsthand opportunity to sponsor these events. And so then it goes into second tier. And that is where it will go into the members and the partners. And at that point in time, we will then it'll go into phase 3, which is by the 15th. It will make an actual industry announcement, where there will be a press release that will go out and be distributed to over 50,000 to make them aware of who's involved, who's on the panel, our CEC involvement. This is a CEC event. Anything that we're doing that is community engagement related, it is to make sure that it provides those visibilities to our industry professionals and those that make up the industry and why and create that professionalism, right? So we're expecting about 175 to 200 is the cutoff for that particular event. And then we're going to follow that event with our Power to Drive Change fundraising gala. This is our 3rd annual. We're super excited about hosting it. We're going to do 300 this year. Every time we say we're going to do a little number, it goes up. It was supposed to be 150, then it was 200. And it was for the first year we did it. Then the second year we did it, we're like 200 is the cutoff. Then it went to 250. We're like, all right, 300. I think Amani was just like 400. I'm like, no. Every year we get 100 calls and people show up still. I'll buy my ticket. And we still let them in. But we really got to not do that anymore. They really got it. We got to get strict. And this is going to be the year that they really got to get a ticket. They cannot make it 301 or 315. We just can't do it. So we say that to say these are the events that we have for this year. So start putting them on your calendar. Start getting ready. We have media that are going to be at these events. Here are the highlight of and the description of these events. Very big deal. We will use the last event, Power to Drive Change, to highlight our industry's impact and those that have contributed to it. So those are you, those are our partners, that is our initiatives. Man, and we have some partners that are going to blow the industry socks off. We can't wait to talk to you guys officially as CEC ambassadors. All right. Yes, you will sign an NDA because you'll be privy to things that don't mean you can't tell your mama. Not yet. All right. So those are the things that you guys are going to be provided information to when it comes down to what you'll know. All right. Code of conduct, that's where I was just going. Professionalism, always important. Respect and inclusion. We include everybody. I don't care if you're a blue butterfly, baby. You got a place here, and that is on everything. And we don't condone bullying. We don't condone. I tell you, when we went to Secretary and Entry, we got hell blasted publicly by another trucking association. And I could care less. I'm going to stand on what I feel, how I feel about people and holding them accountable for sure. But also those that are looking for deliverance. WWJD, period. All right. So accurate representation, right? That means blue butterflies represent, baby, go get the other blue butterflies and bring them on. Confidentiality, I just talked about. Brand compliance, guys, is super important. Why? Because this is still a business. We are a nonprofit, but there are hundreds and thousands of other nonprofits out there. What makes us stand out is all of those things that we talked about with code of conduct, but our relationships. And we will do nothing to compromise that, and nor will we allow anyone to do so. I hold myself accountable on a regular, okay, because I'm not perfect. All right. So sometimes I need a timeout too. All right. And there's a lot of people that were here that aren't no more because they violated a code of conduct. And again, this is bigger than me. Can't happen. All right. All right. All right. So remember referral program. I'm going to run through this really quickly here, guys. As an ambassador, this is a perk. You get to not just brag, but also tell them, hey, here's my code. They get 10% off and early registration, to get those special pro codes that I'll give you guys as well. Some incentives for those of you that bring in people. We're looking for you to bring in 10 new members and partners. All right. So we're not just looking for you to be like, I'm an ambassador, I can help. Again, this is about spreading the news and spreading awareness, showing up and showing out. All right. How will you do that? Super easy. How you network, whether it's in person, whether it's online, share your code. You're going to talk about who you are, right? Allow them to visit the website. Give them your information. All right. You're going to share the uniqueness of the association, which how you're contributing greatness. All right. We're not perfect, but my answer to that is whenever I hear, well, this, that, and that, you know what? You probably are correct. And what I can tell you is we are not the same AAWTA we were yesterday. That is my answer. And why? Because we have so-and-so and so-and-so and so-and-so that are here that weren't there yesterday. And that's just the truth. Why? And they've also made me better than I was yesterday. Other people holding me accountable that weren't here yesterday. Me holding them accountable that weren't here yesterday. That is my answer. We're here to be great. We mean no harm. We're here to ensure that we really, really make an impact. And we need your help to do that. All right. And then there are able to be some bonuses that we're able to throw your way. As you bring new members and you bring partners. We want to make sure that we're able to reward you guys for that. All right. So ways you can promote, like I was saying earlier, make sure you could do it virtually, social media, go to webinars, go to events, use Eventbrite. Make sure you're connecting with different industry partners on your day-to-day. If you're a driver, you go into different warehouses, DCs, if you're in any social networking, a multi-level marketing, anything like that, how is it that you can connect with anybody, because trucking makes the world go round, guys. And it's not just about this behind the wheel, but also behind the desk. So partners can be all across the board. Do they have a gas station? Guess what they can do? Possibly provide our drivers with a discount and a cup of coffee. All right. So that's how we're able to support other entrepreneurs, other businesses, other organizations, and partner with them as companies and as an association. All right. So these are the states. I talked about what those positions were earlier. I ran through them. I did not explain them. As you get this, please take the time and see what resonates with you. What you would like to be a part of when it comes down to how you would be a part. What is your purpose in additional to what is your gift? Yes, you have a business. That's why you're here. You want to highlight it. But in addition, you also have a skill set that is valuable to the world. And that's why you're here to serve. So where does it fall for you to make AAWTA better, to make us better? Just remember, the commitment that you're making is a representation of you, right? So that means we're not perfect, but that's why we need you to make it better, right? And that's how. So if you're going to make it better, and I say if you're going to come into something, do it wholeheartedly, and put your foot in it for real, like a sweet potato pie or something. You know, make it great. Highlight yourself so big and bad that I say I know that's right. So those are the things. So when you get a copy of this, and if you're watching the replay, then you have a chance to pause it and read this and see what resonates with you. But if you have not had a interview or you haven't filled the application or you haven't had any one-on-ones to talk about how you can serve, this is where you can start. All right. Your journey. Once you come on board, we are, when I tell you, I know we're operating nationwide like an army, but I'm going to be honest. It's a lot. We're growing every day. Man, I can't even tell you how proud I am. But sometimes you can't keep up, right? So it's, for those of you that are coming on, we ask that, you help us become stronger in those areas. That's why you're coming to serve, to make us better, to make us, and I say us as a community, not us as an AAWTA, making us as a collective, making us as a business, making us as trucking, logistics, and supply, making us all better. Opportunity. All right. So it is taking 30 days to onboard. And onboarding consists of you guys coming in with your interviews, your applications, and what focus looks like for you. It's going to look different for each and every one of you based off of what you do, right, in your professional lives and what you choose to do from the slide before. It is a 12-month commitment, and it has an opportunity to advance in other boards if done right. All right. So we're looking for 12 months acts of service. At the end of your act of service, you will definitely gain a certificate for that. That is something that is valuable, especially for those of you that care about accolades and things of that nature. Acts of service should be placed on anything that is being recognized. Everybody does it, whether you're at HBCU, you're going to college, you're going to university, you have a ticket, all right, or anything of that nature. I mean, the list goes on. Acts of service go in a large way. Any of you guys face any of those where you need immediate hours, by all means, you're able to do that. And that can assist with the time that you're putting in, would contribute and count as that. All right. And, for anything that you're going for an award, you're looking to get a doctorate, you're in college, all of those things, they count, and they're looking for that type of community service as well, and the recognition. All right. So 12 months completion, you'll receive your certificate, like I was saying, and we will continue to honor you guys as long as you're on the board in different capacities, not just one time a year, but as we are moving through. All right. And your journey with us as a state ambassador. First step, guys, obviously to me, I know this says apply, but the first step, yes, was you went on www.aawta.org and you were so interested. You hit the button and you said, yes, somebody give me a call back. And that's probably what you did, or that's what you're going to do if you're catching the replay, or you came to one of our events and we talked about it and you said, you know what, this is something that's been resonating with me. I want to make a difference. I want to know how I can serve, as well as be in a position to get stronger in my business, get more notoriety, more visibility, more networking, more executive networking. Let me correct that. More executive networking exposure. You go get it. All right. And so that is why you're here. So then we want you to fill out the real application from there. That is going to ask you all of your information, as well as talk about, your NDA, your secrecy. Those are the things that are important for our growth, and as well as some additional information. You'll get an interview for step 2, and we'll talk about those things and how you're able to contribute as we move into your step 3, which is what we were talking about in the prior slide. All right, for your first 30 days, what that looks like. So as you're coming on, you're talking about your role specific focal point. All right, and you'll get access to our internal Slack. That is our internal communications I was referring to in our earlier part of the presentation. And I was saying that this is where you can reach me. I'll answer a Slack before I'll answer a text message. All right, and so that is where we have our own actual group for CEC that we're able to communicate with ideas, as well as let you guys know what's going on behind the scenes and how you're able to be involved. So 12 months of active service. Those of you that have businesses and services and products that aligns with our goals of grants, and things of that, sponsorships and things that are able to support and align the vision, we're able to collaborate with you guys within this 12 months. Your space as an ambassador allows that. So that's where a Walmart would even contribute to an event that you're having that's, in approved and in collaboration with AAWTA. Those are the things where people would sponsor food and things like that you're able to align your business with those type of shared events with AAWTA, collaborative events with AAWTA. All right, we'll continue to develop you guys as leaders, just as we want you guys to continue to develop us. We're 4 years old, so if we were 4 years old in real time, that means we're probably getting a whooping 1 time a week. All right, that's just a true story. If you're 4 years old, you're bad. All right, you spill juice, you need a sippy cup. We don't need a sippy cup. That's real good. But sometimes we spill juice. And that's okay, right? Because you grow out of spilling juice. And now you get an adult cup, right? Remember how they used to hold the drink with the ice like this? And you're getting better. All right. So this is where it's all about leadership development. We develop one another. I don't claim to know everything. And you guys are stronger in different capacities. All right. So that's where you get to bring your strength and strengthen those different areas. We get to learn and lean on one another for growth. All right, program completion and recognition. You guys are going to be at the gala this year, but you'll be recognized again for 2027 as a lot of these initiatives are rolling into 2027. So this is a perfect time because this is our planning time, and you guys coming in is part of what that development looks like. All right. All right, sorry about that. And so thank you again. I'm really, really excited just to have you guys on the call to hear me speak for 43 minutes. I know that's right. I'm leaving the last 15 minutes here for Ms. Amani to say a few words. And then just to make sure we open the floor for any questions or concerns. Thank you guys for listening to me, just showing interest and just wanting to make AAWTA a better place. This is where it starts. It can't get better without you. If there's holes, I tell people don't complain. There's a hole. I promise you, I live in a nice subdivision. There's a hole out there. We've been asking a sinkhole for somebody to fix for 2 years. We had a neighbor say he tired of driving through it. My guy filled it with concrete. That's the type of leaders we're looking for. If you see a hole, fill it with concrete. Don't drive around it, because the next person might not know, not familiar with the street, and it causes an accident. And now it's a problem. It could cause a fatality. And I look at it being that serious because this is going to be a lifeline for the next 100 years. All right. As promised, 15 minutes. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it over to Ms. Amani, then open the floor for questions and concerns.
Good evening, y'all. Nicole, as per usual, you've covered everything and kind of left me speechless. But I will say this much, guys. It seems like it's a lot, right? And it is. What's the saying? To whom much is given, much is required, right? So this opportunity is definitely something that can benefit you just as much as AAWTA. While Nicole and I love recreating the wheel, recreating documents, recreating doing this and making new things, that's not necessarily what you need to do. Get into it, ease into it, build it within what you're already doing. So Nicole mentioned sororities. I am a proud member of the Eta Sigma Phi affiliate of Sigma Gamma Rho. I've already figured out a way to tie some of this into there, right? When I go places, my introduction is my title. And then people say, well, oh, what's that, right? it's easy to build it into what I'm doing. Same thing with my business. We don't gatekeep. If I go off camera right now, that's one of my businesses, right? There's a logo for it. I forgot to change it. Is it a big deal? No, because I am still representing Auta and I'm representing myself at the same time. So don't feel like you have to recreate the wheel just yet, right? Figure out ways that you can incorporate this into your everyday verbiage, everything that you're doing when you're sharing your social media posts, when you're talking, like she said, at the gas station, and you happen to be networking and you don't even know that you're networking. Include it in those things. Let us know what you have going on because we're going to try to participate in that as much as possible. I'm in the stage where I like taking trips, right? So if we can get up there, we'll do it. But if we can attend it virtually, if we can post it in our social media groups, that is what this is about. We have one member, she's not on this call. I'm actually surprised. She must have had a conflict. But Miss Tamika Jones shares everything for us. She's affectionately known as TT. She shares literally everything. So anytime you see something on Facebook, I can guarantee you sometimes I have to double check because I don't know if I've reshared it or TT has reshared it. So those are simple things that you can do to make the impact. I think I've talked to almost everybody on this call. So I've said to you, build it in what you're doing. Make it your own. You're not working alone. You're absolutely not. You're not working alone. You're going to have ambassadors in your states that you're working with, but you're going to have access to myself and Nicole and this whole team to help make your vision a reality, just like you're help making our vision a reality. So that's all I have to say. Please, y'all, this is networking. So I see one person besides myself has dropped their information in the chat. Oh, no, no, yeah, just one person. Please drop your information because that's the point of these calls. It's not just about you hearing us talk. Share your information and then we can go to questions.
And while we're waiting for you guys to power up your arms, I just wanted to recognize Miss Tiffany. When I tell you, shout out to you, Miss Tiffany Moncrief. When I tell you, I see you with your background, girlfriend. You go, girl. You have been a proud member for over a year, and we are so happy to see you in this capacity. And definitely, you represent AAWTA in the background, aka Legal Shield, and that's how you do it. AAWTA is a lifestyle. That's what I just put in the chat for those of you that can't see the chat. Whatever you do every day shouldn't be, oh, when I show up at work or when I'm in the truck. If you do something, if you're a broker, your conversation should always work out well. And guess what? I can get you a loan. Or do you know somebody with a loan? I'm a part of a community. Every conversation I have, I know they're so sick of me, but they're not too sick of me.
Just have a conversation in open places like I did the other day. Somebody realized what I did.
You're like, what you do? Literally.
I want to talk to you seconds later. So it doesn't have to be salesy. You don't have to recreate the wheel. You are just being the authentic person that you are. And that's what we want. We want you. We want you. We just want you to bring, that to the table.
And us. Collaboration. Yay. Questions, guys. We see it's a few of you on the call. Anybody want to comments? We'll take comments too. Or shout out to your business. What do you do? What do you do?
I'll talk. So this was great. I'm super excited to see just the collaboration and the growth. I love anything Black Girl Magic Power, right? So this is just phenomenal. I'm happy to be able to be back in the room with you guys. I mean, life does its thing sometimes, so it's been up and down and all around. But when I'm on Facebook and things and I see AAWTA, I always repost it and comment and things like that and share it because this is a force to be reckoned with and more people do need to know about it. And like they say, closed mouths don't get fed. So it takes 2 seconds to like it, share it, and put it out there. My company is actually first signed me up, but under it, I offer a host of services as a notary signing agent, insurance broker, and of course, Legal Shield and ID Shield. And all of my services are important, right? It's important that we put things in place like wills and documents like that and build financial wealth. But if we have the vehicle without the protection or the protection without the vehicle, we're going nowhere fast. So I love to collaborate. I love to learn about other people, their businesses, so I can help promote them because I am a natural networker, whether I want to be or not. It is who I am. So I'm glad to be here, and I'm looking forward to getting to know each and one of you more in depth. Thank you.
I
Thank
love that.
you.
That's awesome. That was
Thank you.
awesome.
And you know what? She hit the nail on the head with one thing, guys. You know that it is multiples of us in the room. So she's a notary, I am a notary, but guess what? I'm going to promote her services just like I'm going to promote my own. It's not that type of environment, right? So honestly, if you're on this call, Nicole, you can yell at me for this later. But if you're trying to just make it about you, that's not what we're looking for. That's not what we're looking for, right? So you have to be able to have that open door in the transportation industry, in life in general. It is enough money on the table for all of us to share. There is no need. So while we might do the same thing, I'm a notary. I don't do insurance, thank goodness. But I can share her stuff just as much as I can promote my own because that's the teamwork. That's that one team, one dream Nicole talked about. So yeah, sorry, just wanted to add that in.
And I'm just since we're still waiting on you guys to. Oh, go ahead, Miss Brown. We see you off mute.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. It's just that I have an appointment to get to. So I'm driving. So I was trying to just post something really quick. But I said, you know what? Let me just jump on and just introduce myself. And I will say that I'm really excited about this new journey as a new ambassador. I just got my email and all my information. So I'm looking forward to orientation next week. And I'm just really excited to just partner with an amazing group of women. When I had my interview and I spoke with the mind, and that's one thing I shared that I'm very intentional, and I prayed about the next direction and far as partnership and who I needed to collaborate with. And God just brought it to me. So when He brought it to me, I saw it. I immediately submitted my information, and here I am. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to learning more about the trucking industry and just to see exactly like where it can take me as I'm always looking for new business inventions to expand myself. I am in the space of financial services, and so primarily I do help women-owned businesses protect their assets, their families, and also secure their futures financially. So I just want to say I'm excited. I'm looking forward to collaborations. I don't know if anybody in here is in the state of Dallas or Tampa, but I'm representing both states. So I'm looking forward to just building with you all.
Well, actually, I'm not sure, and I'm gonna call on Miss Claudette because I know she's in Florida now. But yes, you do have somebody that is piggybacking just like you are. She is in Florida. So hopefully, hint,
Okay.
hint, after this call, we'll, go ahead and get the process started, not to put her on the hot
No,
seat.
I'll read it myself. I wanted to. I was just letting everybody else do
Okay.
their things. But yes, my name is Claudette Hart, and it's just great to see excellence like on a panel like this. That's the first thing I want to say, and I just want to thank you guys again for welcome me into the community. It's something different for me. I'm more on like the driver support, just being a driver. So I try to do everything journey based, just wanting to give drivers a real life perspective of being a female on the road. Besides them seeing it like video. I want to go around and just engage more in the community um, to give tips, when just any drive, it doesn't even have to be a female, but of course, talking to your own people is always it's always great. I'm not brand. I mean, I don't have my brand on today, but the journey base, it just came from being a driver, and I wanted to create something to kind of welcome people into the community. Wanted to make them feel official. So I made Miss Armani and the CEO, she knows they have the shirts. So once I get some more in, I plan on sending them to you guys so that everybody can see it, to see what I have going on.
Absolutely. And guys, make sure that you're going to the AAWTA social pages because Miss Hart was the very first episode in the Women Behind the Wheel series that we ran. She scheduled it, she was on time, she was there, and she had an amazing story to tell. So make sure you definitely are checking out that Very first episode. She is episode number 1. So definitely. And thank you for doing that. That was
Oh,
that
no
was literally
problem.
like you became a member and you got into the podcast. So thank you for taking the journey with my craziness in that in that session. Not Nicole's. That was all me. I did it,
No
Nicole.
problem. I definitely am looking forward to everything that the community has to offer.
Is there anyone else who wanted to introduce themselves, their business, their
Sure.
why they're here? Please feel free to see it. I'm about to call somebody out, but I'm going to see if they're going to say something.
I'll do it myself. How's that?
Yay, I was going to call you out.
Nicole was going to get me. Hi, everybody. Dana McFletcher Hubbard. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer at a company called TTN Fleet Solutions. We handle emergency roadside assistance for truck drivers. And I have actually been in this business over 30 years. Started as a dispatcher, taking calls, dispatching calls, working with tow companies, tire people, dealerships, anybody that provides emergency road service to minimize downtime and repair expense for drivers. So, Ms. Claudette, driver support is my game. Okay. I came up through the ranks. Graduated from Indiana University, finished with my master's some time ago. And so just worked together through the industry. And one of the reasons why I ended up joining is because, first of all, it was to get on the outside, right? Because my core has been operational. So a lot of people are like, you've been in the industry for 30 years. Where have you been? Answering phone calls and helping drivers with breakdowns. So as I worked through the ranks, I transitioned from the chief operating officer to the chief revenue officer to go out to do sales and so forth. And so as I started joining networks, I really want to align us strategically with the right partners. So in order to be able to make those decisions, I need to get exposure to the group and to understand what your goals are and your initiatives to make sure that we're aligned, right? Because I respect what you said about the brand, Nicole, and by the way, keep that energy, ma'am. Like you are on fire. And I tell you what, at the Mid-America Trucking Show conference, you killed it. So shout out to her for that and the panel. All right. But just know I'm here. I'm learning. I have not applied to be an ambassador yet. Because I am a person that likes to follow through on commitment and being in the 24/7, 365 business. Sometimes I don't have a lot of time. So I want to make sure that before I raise my hand and say I will do something, that I will. But I will tell you, though, that one of my interests is that I stumbled in industry. When I went through school, I don't remember anybody talking about transportation as a career path. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that think that you have to just be a truck driver in order to be a part of trucking, right? And we have all the different functional areas where people that go through school can work in accounting, or they can be in the office support, or be in strategic or C-level, or wherever, your education and experience can take you. And so I'm developing a passion for how I can be a part of that. So I just wanted to share that. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you guys today.
That was lovely. And I just wanted to piggyback and say thank you for being here. I see a lot of your names float through as members or partners. And I officially had a chance to meet Dana at the Mid-America Trucking Show. And I recognized her name. That's what I saw on a piece of paper. I'm like, I think I've seen her name before. And she's like, yeah, I remember. I'm like, I knew it. And that was so cool because she was like a 2 or 3 booths down from us. And so that just makes me so excited. We're growing, guys. Like we don't know where we're going to see each other. We just know we see another person that might look like us. I bet she a member of, and that is so cool for us, right? And so let's follow through. That's what I'm telling people. Let's follow through. And that energy that you see is passion for us to win. Thank you so much for speaking. Anybody else have anything else? Man, it is 6 o'clock on the dot Eastern time. We did it in 1 hour. I first want to say thank you to our lead, our director of our community engagement committee, Ms. Amani Wisher. We thank you for being an amazing leader and just guiding us to greatness. Thank you. And then secondly, I want to thank those of you that have already committed as ambassadors. Welcome to the team. We're excited about getting better and growing with you. All right. And third, for those of you that are not sure if this is for you, that's okay. You did something that was amazing. You came to hear about what we had going on, and I bet you'll tell somebody who would tell somebody. All right. So continue to invite those into our group. If you're watching us a replay, we thank you so much. Continue to follow us and see us in Atlanta, guys. September 17th, we are holding the first ever in the nation Workforce Summit. You can visit our website to learn more about it. But if you are in here, you heard me talk a little bit about it. It is going to be the who's who decision makers that are in the room. We're going to figure out, talk as a panel. We're going to learn from one another, the industry. What opportunities are here? So guys, if you're a broker, if you're in compliance, if you're a driver, if you're a dispatcher, listen, if you're in the school district, the list goes on. If you have anything to do with trucking logistics and supply chain, you should be in this room. Because like you were just saying a while ago, Dana, trucking isn't just behind the wheel. It is definitely behind the desk. And so we want to provide those opportunities to you guys, right? See you in Atlanta, everyone. Bye.
Have a good night.